Hey gang, this is Eddie Studios. Hi guys, hello people's the internet, blah blah blah, all the things. This is gonna be a very different gameplay video. I don't know if this will be Eddie Plays main series or Eddie Plays canon or whatever nonsense, but I'm gonna cut to the chase. And as you've probably already read from the title, depending on what the title is, I quit writing. I have. That was me clapping. But yeah, I quit. Now, to get the obvious thing out of the way, Splinter Reflection probably isn't going to happen. I know I made so many promises, and to be perfectly honest, part of me knew I wouldn't keep them. I wanted to, so desperately, but I didn't. And here's the thing, I say wanted to, not want to, because I don't want to make it. I'm going to be honest. Yesterday, I came up with a new concept for a new script, and it would be a lot more simple and focused, so I could get Splinter Reflection script done, which, by the way, it's not done, and it never will be, probably. And I was trying to, say, oh, I'll finish this screenplay so I feel more motivated to make the Splinter Reflection script. It wasn't really structured like a screenplay, but you get the point. And I spent 5 hours, and I got 4 pages. And when I realized that, I started really... And there's nothing wrong with that inherently. But recently I started really thinking about how I view my writing, and I realized how much I don't enjoy it anymore. I felt like I had to. Because here's the thing. Look, I'm not going to make any promises that Eddie Plays or this new wave of the channel, how long it'll last. I'm done making promises. But I will say right now, I'm having the time of my life, guys. I have so many creative ideas for Let's Plays, like standalone Eddie Plays videos, just fun, goofy stuff. I have so many ideas for jokes, skits, all this stuff. I'm having a good time. That's kind of the point of this. I'm having a good time. Having a really good time. And my boy texted me, so I have to... One sec, viewers, I'm going to have to end this voice recording, and then I'll cut back in seconds. Alright, I wanted to do this all in one voice recording, but that's gone and done now. I guess I could start over, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I haven't enjoyed writing for a long time. And I kind of hid that. For both myself and everyone around me and you guys. And I think part of the reason was because I didn't like doing Eddie Plays, because I didn't, for a while, back about 6 months ago, I was burnt out on Eddie Plays and said I didn't want to do it anymore. I wanted to focus on writing. But that was mainly because I didn't think I could spread my wings through Eddie Plays. But then, coming back to it, I realized, dude, I can make jokes about a variety of different things. I can give people a bit of a safe space where they can just relax and have a good time, just be chill. And, that means a lot to me, I watch channels like Technoblade, R.I.P. King, Ganvius, The Weekly Slap, all the Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, all these channels that give me a safe space and make me feel really happy. The fact that I've been able to do that for at least a couple people, that's awesome. And that gives me a lot of purpose. But writing doesn't anymore. And I would often find myself watching, because a little bit ago I watched The Little Mermaid, the original, from 1989. And I felt really ashamed that I wasn't writing something that was on that level. Because it was a really well-made movie, and I was like, oh, I wish I could do that. And that's what I spent the whole movie thinking about. Not just enjoying the movie and appreciating the hard work they put into it. I was like, I'm not putting in that hard work. What am I doing? And I'm making art. These videos are art. They're just a different art. And art is about expression. And if I don't want to express a Thomas the Tank Engine story involving gayness, I should be allowed to not do that, you know? I should be allowed to do what I want to do. And I often, whenever I talked about this with my buddies, they always said, take a break, just take a break. But I hated playing the break game, because I'd still think about ways I could come back refreshed, and it would always haunt my mind, but now that I'm saying I'm done, it doesn't appear in my mind as much. Even when I consciously, actively try to think about, okay, I think about how much, because when I'm, stream of consciousness, blah. When I was thinking about, okay, I haven't, my mind hasn't thought about writing in a bit, how am I feeling about quitting? How am I enjoying my quitting so far? And it feels great. And I would, when you actively try to think about your insecurities, and then you just realize you're having too much of a good time that they don't even bother you? That's what I felt. And it was a really great feeling. And, yeah. And also I should say, it's not impossible that I come back to writing at some point. But it's not going to be anytime soon. Well, I'm not going to make that promise because, you guys know I'm inconsistent. But for right now, this is the end. And I need to say it's the end so I feel like it's the end. Because if I feel like it's the end, I'll feel better, because I'll feel like I don't need to think about it. So what does this mean for stuff that will happen? Well, hopefully. Well, more focus on Eddie Plays projects, more focus on my real life, and me more just enjoying the moment, living in the moment, being able to enjoy, because I've been watching Batman the Animated Series recently, and it's been amazing. I love Batman. I've been reading comic books. I've been watching new YouTubers. I've been watching films. I watched Treasure Planet for the first time recently. I saw, this gets all silly, Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time recently. And that was incredible. My second favorite movie of all time now. And it's god damn, I've been having a really great time now that I'm done writing. And writing only made my life worse. And I don't feel upset about saying it anymore because I've accepted it. And I've accepted the fact that that's okay. That I don't need to stop. That I do. That it's okay to stop writing. That's what I'm trying to say. And it feels great to not feel guilty about that. Yeah, that was just my kind of announcement that, hey, don't think about, I know, a lot of you were mainly here for my Let's Plays and, were interested in my writing just because it was me, or not so much the content of it. I think, from what I understood, that's how it was. Maybe I'm incorrect about that. But hey, new beginning. This ain't the end, it's a new beginning. And it's the beginning of me feeling happier, hopefully. I keep on saying hopefully, because I can't make promises anymore, even if I'm extremely confident in them. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate, how things went. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate my friends who helped me through this situation. I appreciate the specific 3 friends, well, 2 friends and my boyf, who, when I told my Discord friends about this in a Discord server, they all, hearted it. And, because I was a bit worried they'd be disappointed in me for giving up, but no, they all showed their support and were proud of me. So thanks. I don't know, I'm just being silly. But, yeah, guys, that's it. That's it for my writing, at least for now. Maybe forever. Probably a while. I don't see myself ever coming back to writing, but I don't... I don't see I'm not good at predicting the future, and I don't want to predict the future. I want to live in the moment. But yeah. Virtual hug. Virtual hugs are pleasant. Stay on the fizzy side of life, gamers.